time to move on.
I realized something that has been troubling me for a long time.
Today has been pretty bad.
I just finished my first recruiter phone screen.
I'm so stressed. Welcome back to my vlog. I don't know why I feel kind of scrummy right now. Anyways, it's my on-call week again. I don't know how many of you guys seen my last on-call vlog. It was also my last week of on-call at Amazon before taking medical leave. I've been back for about a month at this point. I was having too much fun while I was away from work. I forgot that on-call even existed as part of my job. It's basically a rotation where every engineer has to be working 24/7 on an as-needed basis for a whole week. A lot of people left my team during the time that I was away. Right now we're at about 5 people on the rotation. It means that I will be on call almost once every month. I really enjoy making on-call vlogs because there's this hideous thing called Cef2s that can page you awake in the middle of the night. It's the thing that we don't like, but there will be a lot of them. So I'm actually kind of excited about how this vlog will turn out from a vlog perspective because I feel like it's very likely gonna be another chaotic week in my life. Oh, by the way, also my birthday is this week, so I'm excited about that even though I am not making any plans at all. Anyways, it's 9:30 a.m. on a Tuesday. Usually I would have meetings, but because of some management changes, which we'll talk more about later on in the video, our whole meeting schedule also changed. So this morning I just went and checked my calendar to make sure that I didn't miss any meetings. And right now I'm just sitting here drinking this tea that I took from the office. I'm already changed, dressed, got ready. Oh wait, I didn't pack my meal yet. More tea bags. If you're new to the channel, welcome. This is the corner of the internet where we're being so real about my thoughts on corporate, having a work-life balance, and trying to be creative despite the chaos in life. My name is April, and I'm a 25-year-old software engineer living in Seattle. You joined us at a great time because my team is at a super chaotic phase right now, and barely a couple hours into my shift, it's already not going well.
The time is actually already 2:38. I'm having such a late lunch today because I had like a back-to-back meeting, one at 11:30 and one at 1. But then during the time that I was supposed to have lunch, I was really caught up in working on a bug that I just didn't have the chance to eat. As you may or may not know, the manager that I was reporting got removed from the job, so I'm reporting to a different manager now. But I feel like my last relationship with a manager really caused a lot of distrust in the work environment, so it's been a pretty tough emotional battle as well. But on that note, another recent development that happened is that my team and a different team are merging together. That means we're also merging on-calls as well. We used to have 2 separate on-call rotations. Merging together means that we will be on call less often, but then that also means that the workload will double. That being said, we're not merged yet, so this week's on call I would be only working on stuff from my team earlier. Honestly, work today has been pretty bad. There were so many meetings, and every time in a meeting when there's something that they don't have like a good person to designate to, they would be like, hey April, would you mind taking a look? And then I was like, okay, but then that means I had like a bunch of little stuff. Anyways, on the way back I got a package that I bought from Amazon. I currently have a really bad allergy reaction to my cat, even though I adopted her like 3 years ago. Honestly, at this point I had so many allergy related products. Like I have these lint rollers, I vacuum almost every day. I also feed her an allergy relief cat food. They have been working, but none of them is like a one-size-fits-all solution.
It's been about a month since coming back to work, and if there's one thing that I'm the most scared of, it's definitely juggling work with my newfound passion of posting videos.
Damn it guys, I was having a lot of trouble with communicating with my editor already, and on top of that I got paid, so I guess it's time to go back to working for Amazon.
I'm taking a look at the ticket again because it's been about 3 hours since the incident first happened, and this thing has just been working intermittently on and off for the past 3 hours. To be honest, I still don't fully understand why the issue was happening, even though I know what happened that caused the alarm to be triggered. So I sent the ticket to one of our more senior members on our team, but at the same time it's not that big of a deal because everything else is working fine, so it's not breaking our system. Somehow after a 3-month break from work, I thought I'd be super behind, but what surprised me so far is that I actually feel smarter than before. After having a prolonged period of time where I get my mind off all the tech stack that we have, I somehow just was able to digest it better. That being said, I'm a little bit more stressed about the video that will be coming out next Monday. I mean, it's only Tuesday right now, but somehow I feel like I'm behind. So as I opened my work laptop earlier, I realized that I printed out my 2026 vision board over here. This was my 2025 vision board. So this was due for a refresh and I went to use the color printer to print it out earlier today. Anyways, this is my new vision board. I'll probably go through it in a short. It's only the second day of the vlog and I'm already feeling the stress. I woke up to a fully booked out office hour where I had to answer the customers' questions about our team's products. I haven't checked in with you at all today because it was a crazy day. I was just in a bunch of meetings back to back and I couldn't really get anything done. I also used my lunchtime to meet with my editor because we were having some difficulties communicating. Just when I thought I had some time to chill for a little bit, I got paged again. It's an alarm that almost never rings, so I don't know what the issue is. And I will have to take a look at it and try to see if I can figure it out. Luckily, I was able to figure out the reason of this issue, which was somewhat well documented. But nevertheless, I was drowned in customer tickets and troubleshooting for lower severity issues throughout the afternoon. I just got back from work. Oh my gosh, my pants is literally right here. But that actually is a pretty accurate reflection of how I'm feeling right now. I'm just so stressed by so many different things. Ever since I woke up today, I was just drowned in tasks. But at the same time, it was really hard to concentrate and work today. So I don't think I did much meaningful work either. I don't know if the things that I'm doing are considered valuable. And the doubts that I have constantly over and over again are not helping me build up my confidence. Last night, before I went to bed, I was reading this book called The Mountain Is You. One thing that I found really interesting in last night's reading was that your body is able to show your emotions, and when you're trying to neglect your emotions, your body will show it for you. I actually felt that today because when I got home from work, I could feel my back being so stressed and tense. And I think that really reflected on how much stress I've been feeling. When I get really stressed, it's typically in my head. I dwell on things in my mind for too much. And what I found that's really helpful for me to not think about stuff is by working out. But I've been having really bad cat allergies and I felt it was really hard to breathe when I was running. So because of that, I've not been feeling like working out at all because I couldn't really breathe. But I have a workout class scheduled in 20 minutes. And hopefully by going to that class, I could feel a lot better, out of the rut, and just happier in general. I'm bringing my work laptop in case I got paged. Looking back, I could tell that the stress was clear, but when I was drowning in meetings and editing and facing all the mess piling up at home, I knew I was in a rut, but I just wanted it to end. Looking desperately for a cure, I stress ate and journaled to let my emotions out, and little did I know, this journaling session led me to a breakthrough. After dinner, I really made sure to do a very deep dive journaling session. I feel like the profoundness of the journal entry that I did today was at a pretty high level because I realized something that has been troubling me for a long time. I can't believe I'm telling you guys already. What I realized was that I do not want to continue working at Amazon due to a variety of reasons. I'm never the best at anything, but I know I've always been good at this one thing, and that is 忍 in Chinese, which is to endure. I feel like over the past year, I've been put into the situation where I cannot succeed, but at the same time, I was hoping that I could get a promotion because I already had the sunk cost that I started working for a year. So I kept endure until I got burnt out, which led to my medical leave. And now that I'm back at work, I was about to go back to my old self, which is to endure. But I guess I just started realizing that even if the rumored layoffs in January are not happening, I probably don't want to work here for that much longer. It is something that I've been contemplating about for a very long time already, and it just took me this journal session for it to be crystal clear to me that I want to change my environment. I'm really glad that I actually made this decision because right during my journal session, I actually reached out to a couple of people for referrals as well as applied to a couple jobs. In the past, I always had this voice in my head which is like, you should be happy that you're in this team which is not too stressful, you're not being paged 50 times a week, so why are you complaining? But I just want a better environment for myself.
I know it's gonna be hard. It's probably gonna be really hard because I have to juggle the expectations for my work. I do not want to quit YouTube, and I haven't leak coded since forever. So I need to brush up on my skills and juggle everything. So it is going to be hard. But the fact that it's going to be hard is also what has been holding me back for this long. Because of that, my goal for the next 3 months, I will try to juggle them as much as I can. I actually don't know if this is gonna make it to my vlog, so hopefully no one on my team sees it. It's really crazy, but at the same time, I am ready for it. But with that being said, it is already 12 a.m. and there's still a full day of work and another day before the weekend comes, so I'll see you tomorrow. I actually just got to the office. I did not expect that I would be updating with you so soon because last night, as I mentioned, I applied to about 10 different roles. To my surprise, I actually heard back from one of them. It was an easy apply job on LinkedIn. I didn't even think that I would hear back. My plan was to create like a huge Notion dashboard, put in every single job I submitted. I guess I'm pretty happy at this point that I scheduled a recruiter phone call at 4:30 today, and I'll update you accordingly, but this is kind of scary. Some of you might know I am so afraid to tell people when I fail. I would just do it quietly until I have something out of me, but if I don't, I just never tell anyone about it. So it's actually pretty surreal to me that I'm like legit updating this to you guys right now, because for one, I could get rejected after the recruiter phone screen and never hear back from them again. But I think it's a great sign that I am gaining momentum, which is the thing that I've been lacking for the past year, because I couldn't convince myself to put in the work if I haven't thought everything through. That's why I grabbed this meeting room just to update this to y'all.
Momentum shifts faster than you think. Just last night, I was journaling and trying to get out of the rut. And now, I have a recruiter call in 3 hours. Nothing had changed yet, but everything felt different. I just finished my first recruiter phone screen for a company that I applied last night. I can't believe I'm saying this because all of this feels very surreal. When I started filming this vlog, I totally thought that I was about to film a week in my life as an on-call engineer. Oh, speaking of that, I did get paged once today during work because there's a ticket that I forgot to respond, and then they got angry, so they paged us. But I guess that has now became the side character of this vlog, and at this point, it's turning into a recruiting vlog. For one, I am still employed at Amazon, so that alone is pretty crazy to me, but it's pretty surprising to me too that after the journaling session last night, something just clicked and all of a sudden I got super serious in recruiting. As of this point, I applied to 7 positions online without referrals. I actually haven't done interview prep in the longest time, and at this point, honestly, my biggest bottleneck is leak coding and all the coding interviews because I haven't practiced them in the longest time. The recruiter screen, I would say, went fairly well. Just based on the job description, it was like a really good fit for me. Anyways, for tonight, I'm gonna go on a food hunt with Kevin and hopefully buy some groceries too. So I'll check in with you later. Bring my laptop in case I got paged. I made that mistake last time. Guys, we bought so much. Look at this. So I'll head into the office after finishing this coffee, but I just wanted to let you guys know and also let myself know that I'm feeling a lot better. When I started this vlog, I was feeling a little bit low in motivation and also just very stressed by a lot of the things that I have to do. But at this point, surprisingly, I feel pretty good. My boyfriend even asked me if I was feeling any better yesterday, and I was like, did I ever felt sad? I don't even remember. I did some reflecting today, and I think I feel like very disconnected with everyone else. So I grabbed lunch with my friends on Wednesday and Thursday, and I felt a lot better after that because it gave me some sense of social connection. Second of all, I was very complacent and I didn't want to take action because I think I am too busy to take action. With respect to that, I think my journaling session actually helped me tremendously because it urged me to take action. I know it's gonna be a long journey, but starting the action even makes the work hours more endurable in a sense. Yeah, I'm gonna go into office now. Luckily, work today day wasn't too crazy, so I got to come home early to do some cooking. At night, I went on a nice little walk with my boyfriend along the Seattle waterfront. We sat on a bench and yapped about the expectations from society, the loneliness of adulthood, and the corporate rat race that we were put in. I really wanted to share this snippet with you because I feel like this week has been pretty pivotal in my frontal lobe development. Now that I'm 25, my frontal lobe is developed, and I'm starting to get this feeling that I'm starting to see things that I wasn't able to see clearly before. For example, realizing the fact that I actually don't enjoy my work right now. For the longest time, I got ingrained this knowledge that I'm getting paid pretty well to do my job right now. So I've been putting my heads down to do the work while checking off everything that's expected of me as a recent grad from one of the top liberal arts colleges. Get a good job, get paid really well, live in a high-rise apartment, have a huge Asian friend group, go rave every single day. I was pretty fast to realize that I just don't like raving, but I think the part about the corporate culture, and I actually don't think it's all corporate culture, it's just this glorified impression of the American corporate that has been pretty deeply ingrained in my mind. I was told that I should get a good job, whereas no one actually told me about what getting a good job and working as a good job actually entails. And I was pretty lucky that when I first joined Amazon, I actually was placed in a really good team, but good things always come to an end. And when things started changing, I told myself that it's not a big deal. I'm still very privileged to work at a team where I don't get paid. Like right now, I did not get any Steph 2s today. And I just told myself that I should be grateful, shut up, and do the work. But I think it really took me into this week to realize that this is not something that I want. And the moment that I made, oh my gosh, I see a rat over there. And the moment that I made the realization, it's actually very peaceful, calming, and just a sign that it's time to move on. So yeah, I actually feel pretty happy. Well, I feel sad later on when I get rejected by a ton of jobs, most likely, but I made my choice and I'm gonna owe up to my choice. It's finally the weekend. I woke up editing, grabbed boba, and then went to my friend's apartment to lead code together. To celebrate our progress, we went to the restaurant Onibaba in Chinatown for a birthday dinner date, and then went to another friend's birthday social. With the support and the socialization, I was finally feeling better and reminded that I was making progress. Today is my 25th birthday, and it's pretty surprising to me that it just feels like another day. Apparently, 25 is a pretty big year, but I didn't plan anything this year, and that reminds me that I have to check in with you guys because I did tell you guys about how I feel lately about work, my purpose, and everything, but one thing that I forgot to tell you guys is my thoughts on friendship. Ever since I got bullied in elementary, actually we're not gonna go there since that would take forever, I've always wanted to be part of a friend group because of the way that I feel that people would perceive me. That's what I've been doing for the first 2 years I was in Seattle. I was in a big group. We had like 20 people, 30 people birthday dinners. But deep down, I knew that I felt like shit because I know I am someone who is like very sensitive. So like it's really hard for me to function with like a lot of people around me. But at the same time, I did change the way that people perceive me because I had a couple friends who came to visit me last year and they would be like, just see your Instagram, you're in such a big group and you seem like you're having fun. But deep down, I know that I did not have fun. I was actually anxious every day, crying every week, and just felt like I couldn't do anything about it. So that's why I took a radical 180. My 24th birthday was with maybe about 10 people, but even then it felt like very hard because I feel like there was a lot of pressure on me to make the group feel lively. Vibe is something that's really hard for me to manage. This year I'm thinking about ditching the whole idea of a birthday party altogether. One thing that I discovered is that I really don't need like a big group of friends. I'm not even the type of person who could thrive off of having 20 friends that I constantly meet up with because I don't put friendship as like the top priority. Right now there's like so many other things in life that I put as a higher priority. For example, work, YouTube, a relationship with my family, working out, being healthy, like so many things. sits at a higher priority than friendship. While I still understand that if I'm secluded from friendship interaction for an extended amount of time, I would feel really bad. But at the same time, I don't have the capacity to maintain any more friends than I already have. The friends I already have are one-on-one connections. I have a couple friends who's out of town, so I might do like a little birthday dinner with them once they come back. But other than that, I think that's it for my 25th birthday, and I am actually perfectly content with that. I'm actually really happy that I'm able to see my values this clearly, because that's more of a recent development.
My 25th birthday soon started to turn for the worse. First, I decided to re-edit the entirety of the video going out the day after, which meant that I spent 6 hours in editing jail on my birthday. Just when I finally finished and was about to go with my boyfriend to celebrate, a painful cyst took me to the emergency room at the hospital instead. We are not going to talk about how expensive this is, so we went to a different, less fancy restaurant afterwards, only for me to throw up everything when we got home.
It's currently 8:30, but I've been working pretty hard for the past 2 hours straight because I was trying to get my video out, because it has been a pretty crazy birthday of mine. But anyways, my video is posted. I'm free for today. I am super grateful that I did not get paid one single time this weekend, so I was able to navigate through so many crazy different things that's happening at the same time. But I'm gonna go take a shower and go to work.
The rest of Monday was catching up on work that I'd been ignoring all week. Ops meeting, ticket responses, wrapping up my on-call shift, which officially ended at 1 p.m. during the meeting. This vlog was supposed to be about my on-call life, but instead, you watch my quarter-life crisis in real time. I have no idea what will come out of the application since I haven't coded in years. I might fail spectacularly and document all of it. So if you're into the messy real life as a 20-something navigate her life in corporate, make sure to subscribe, and if you're interested, make sure to watch the last vlog, which covered my first couple of days back at work after my medical leave. Bye!